Good morning. We will start session 6 on chapter Force and Laws of Motion. That is, till session 5 we completed the theory of this chapter. Now today's session 6 will be on the numericals. So as we had done in the previous chapter, we will first start with the numericals, that is in text numericals. Then we will start with the worked example numericals and then we will touch the exercise. So here page number 126, in text question number 3, I just go on writing as in question number 1, 2, 3 serial number. It's up to you, however you want to make the question number as it is. From a rifle of mass 4 kg, okay, before I start with this numericals children, I just want you all to recall the formulas what we had. So what all we had in this, momentum is equal to mass into velocity. Force is equal to product of mass into acceleration. This here we do not use much as the word acceleration. We use velocities there. This also can be written as A is equal to V minus U by T, right? So F, another formula is M of V minus U by T. So this is one formula, second formula, third formula, right? Then momentum, when we talk about the momentum, the total momentum before collision of an object is always equal to the total momentum after collision. That is law of conservation of momentum. We can write that as m1 u1 plus n2 u2 is equal to m1 v1 plus n2 v2. So these are the formulas which we are going to use in this chapter, numericals. First one, from a rifle of mass 4 kg, a bullet of mass 50 grams is fired with the initial velocity of 35 meter per second. Calculate the initial recoil velocity of the rifle. It's not that easy as you read the question here. Whenever we have such type of a question, that is something about mass is given, velocity is given. Now we have to calculate the whole question is about mass and velocity. That means the question is about momentum before collision and after collision. That is momentum before firing and momentum after firing. So let us bifurcate before firing and after firing. What all we know here in this? First of all, what do we know? Mass of the bullet. Mass of bullet, I'll consider that as m1 is how much? 50 grams. We always know that mass should always be in terms of kg. So this is 0.05 kg. Always mass in terms of kg. Next, mass of rifle. M2 is equal to 4 kg. As it is. So we are done with the bullet and rifle. Now let's understand about the velocities. Initial velocity of bullet. What is initial velocity of the bullet? The bullet is at rest. U1 is equal to 0. Next. Initial velocity of rifle. The rifle is also at rest, is equal to 0. So both initial velocities, they are at rest. Next, what we have to find here? Final velocity. See, make very sure if you have written bullet first, rifle next, velocity is also in terms of bullet and rifle. That creates a confusion because we are going to multiply m and u there. So always, if you have written bullet and mass of the bullet first, mass of the rifle next. Velocities also should be written in terms of bullet and rifle only. Remember that. Final velocity of rifle. Final velocity of bullet. It is moving with the velocity, right? 35 meters per second. Calculate the initial recoil of the rifle. Initial recoil. Now don't get confused with the word initial there. Recoil of the rifle. What do you mean by recoil? Recoil is something which is done when the bullet is fired from the gun. The gun recoils, right? That means that is nothing but final velocity of the rifle V2. That is what we have to find out. So we will write that now. We know that total momentum before firing will always be equal to total momentum after firing. Write the formula. Before firing is m1u1 plus n2u2. So this is m1v1 plus n2v2. So what is mass? First one we will write 0.05 into 0 plus n2 is 4 into 0. What is m1? 0.05 into 35. Now understood? If you miss writing first bullet rifle, here rifle and bullet, your m1u1, m1v1 will change. Plus 4. So what we will do now is shift this side. Minus 4v2 is equal to 35 5 is 175 decimal after 2. So v2 is equal to minus 1.75 divided by 4. Therefore v2 is equal to minus 0.437 what you get, or 0.44 what you get here is meters per second. Why did we get negative? We have to get negative here. We have to write the recoil velocity of the bullet is minus 4.4375 or minus 0.44 meters per second. The negative sign indicates that you write here. The negative sign indicates the recoil of the bullet. See, this is the, assume that now this is the rifle. From here the bullet is fired, right? That means the gun recoils, the gun moves back. That is why it is in negative. That you have to make a note. We'll go with the next one. Page number 127. I think the same, you have one more example there. Only two numericals are given in the in-text question answers, what we can say, or in between the text book. Rest all are given in the exercise. Then we have lot many worked examples. So first we have to solve them so that we can understand how to start the exercise sums also. I'll just erase these formulas. Okay. Two objects of mass 100 grams and 200 grams. So second one, m1 is equal to 100 grams, that is equal to 0.1 kg, and m2 is equal to 200 gram, that is equal to 0.2 kg. Mass always in terms of kg. Are moving along the same line with velocities u1 is equal to 2 meters per second and u2 is equal to 1 meters per second. They collide and after collision. So this part was okay. They collide and after collision. After collision, the object moves with a velocity v1 is equal to 1.67 meters per second. Determine the velocity of the second object. Question mark. I think everything is given here, children, right? I have written it neatly. See, that is why I am solving these sums. Anyways, the numericals are in the book. Here I have written V1, V2. Consider this what I actually write on the board. So what you will write here is total momentum before collision is equal to total momentum after collision. Okay, so formula is m1u1 plus n2u2 is equal to m1v1 plus n2v2. Shall I mark this one for homework? Why? Because everything I have written here with the formula, you need to substitute and find the velocity of this. So now I'll start with the worked examples which are given in the textbook. Then after we complete the worked examples, we'll go with the exercise. The first worked example is on page number 120. We finished 2 sums, right? I'll go with the third one. A constant force act on an object of mass, as and when you read, go on writing, of mass 5 kg for a duration of 2 seconds. These sums what I am solving now initially are based on force. The second half is based on momentum. It increases the object's velocity from 3 meters per second to 7 meters per second. U is equal to 3 meter per second to V is equal to 7 meter per second. Its initial velocity to final velocity will increase in this manner. Find the magnitude of force applied. Magnitude is nothing but the measure, the number, measurement of the force applied. Now, if the force was applied for the duration of, second part of the question says that, we will write that in the second half. The second part says that, now if the force was applied for a duration of 5 seconds, what would be the final velocity of the object? First we'll find with this respect. So whenever force is asked, we can directly say that, we know that force is equal to product of mass into acceleration, and we have proved this law, right? Now, that is equal to, force is equal to mass, this can be written as V minus U by T, acceleration. That we know, I had listed down those formulas. Substitute the values. So we have 5, 7 minus 3 divided by 2. So 5 into 4 divided by 2, 2 ones are, 2 twos are. Force is equal to 10 Newton. The second part, now what they are asking here is, find the magnitude of the force applied. We have done. Now if the force was applied for the duration of 5 seconds, this force, that is 10 Newton, was applied for 5 seconds on the same mass, that is on the same object of mass 5 kg, which is moving with the initial velocity of 3 meters. On this, I will apply the force of 10 Newton for 5 seconds. Here it was 2 seconds. What force we found out? That means if I apply the force for 5 seconds, what will be the final velocity? I have to check. Here. Got my point? So let's again do the same thing. F is equal to ma. We will write. So F is equal to m V minus U by T. What is F? 10. What is mass? 5. V minus 3 divided by 5. Cancel. 10 is equal to V minus 3. V is equal to 10 plus 3. So the final velocity is 13 meters per second. Okay. We'll move to the next one. The next page, example 4. Which would require greater force of accelerating a 2 kg mass. So first part they have given acceleration, accelerating a 2 kg mass, that is first we'll write the mass. m1 is equal to 2 kg, which is accelerating for 5 meter per second square. With that respect, I have to find f1. The second part is mass given here is 4 kg. Which is accelerating for 2 meters per second square. What is the force? Which would require greater force? Let's calculate. F1 is equal to m1 into a1. So this is 2 into 5. A direct equation, it is 10 Newton. So is equal to 8 Newton. The answer is in front of you. Thus, body of mass 2 kg accelerating for 5 meters per second would require a greater force. Give the conclusion always. Whatever is in the given, with the same respect, give the conclusion. The next one, fifth one. A motorboat is moving with a velocity, so it is u, 108 km per hour. Convert this because the whole question is in terms, of course it's in seconds. So 108 into 5 by 18. So 3 6 3 3 3 6 6 6 5 6 u is equal to 30 meters per second. And it takes 4 seconds to stop. It takes 4 seconds to stop. That means V is 0 when the brakes are applied. Calculated the force exerted by question mark motor car if the mass along the passenger is 1000 kg. U is given, T is given, V is given, force we have to calculate, mass is given. Everything is there. Which formula will you apply here? Again, F is equal to ma, where I will write this as F is equal to m V minus U by T. Take this for homework, children. I have done till here. Your work is to only substitute the values and do it. Now, the thing is, will the answer come in plus or minus? The answer will come in minus because V is 0. Why the answer will come in minus? Because brakes are applied. The body was moving, the brakes are applied in the opposite direction. That's why the body has come to rest. That is why force will be negative. So the negative sign tells us that force exerted by the brakes is opposite to the direction of the motion. Right? So here when you get a negative answer, you have to give the explanation to it. We'll move to the next one. Sixth one. A force of 5 Newton gives a mass m1, mass is equal to m, of an acceleration a is equal to 10 meters per second square, and this is the first part, and a mass m2 Okay, so there are two mass here where mass is equal to m1 and mass is equal to m2, and m2 which would accelerate for 20 meters per second square. What acceleration it would give if both the masses were tied together? So first what we will do is, first we find with this respect what is mass. So using that, let's see with the next one. Same, here also force is same thing. What we will do is, first we'll find this part, children. Then we'll find the second part. Okay, first part. We'll answer. F is equal to m1 into A. So F is 5. m1 we have to calculate. A is 10. So m1 is equal to 5 by 10. So m1 is equal to 1 by 2. Or 0.5 kg. Keep it as it is. Right? Let me check. I think I went wrong with the acceleration here. A force 5 Newton gives a mass m, an acceleration of 10 meters per second. No, that's right. Okay, the next one. Second part, what they have asked? Again they have asked where force is of 5 Newton, where mass is equal to m2, which is accelerating for 20 meters per second square. Let me find the mass here. F is equal to m2a. F is 5. n2 into 20, where mass is equal to 5 by 20. So 5 ones are 5 fours are, or mass is equal to 0.25 kg. So mass 1 is 0.5 kg or half kg, what we can say, or mass 2 is 0.25 kg or 1/4 kg. Now what are they saying here is third part of the question. What acceleration it would give? What acceleration it would give if both the masses were tied together? So mass is equal to here m1 plus m2. So which is nothing but 0.5 plus 0.25. So mass is equal to 0.75 kg. What is the force applied? That is constant, children. Force applied is 5 Newton. F is equal to ma. So force is 5, mass is 0.75 into A. So A is 5 divided by 0.75. So decimal if you have to cancel, A is equal to 500 upon 75. That is how we do it actually. So cancellation when you do this, acceleration is 6.67 meters per second square. Right? Cancel with 5, whatever number comes. So 5 ones are 5, 5 fives are 25, 5 tens are 50, 5 threes are 15, 5 twos are 10, 0. So 3 ones are 3, 3 sixes are 18, 2 remainder, again 3 sixes are 18, it goes on 0.6666, it is recurring. We know that what is recurring. That is why we got the answer as 6.67 meters per second square. The next one, 7th one, it's a velocity time graph given where I will drop this slide also, where the y-axis represents the velocity and x-axis represents the time. So when we see that it is cutting at this, I just draw whatever point it is cutting. Okay, remaining you all can draw that. So a ball of mass 20 grams. Convert this in terms of kg. 1000 kg. So 0, 0, 2 ones are, 2 fives are 10, 1 by 50 kg. I'll keep it as it is in terms of fraction. Easy for further calculation. So moving along, how much force does the table exert? Force we have to calculate. Is u given with this respect velocity? It is given it as how much? It is 20 centimeter per second. It is centimeter, children. Let's convert that in terms of meter. So this is 20 by 100. Cancel. 2 ones are, 2 fives are. So u is 1 by 5 meter per second. Clear? Next, what is being mentioned here? Time is equal to 10 seconds. Now, what we have to calculate? Force. To calculate force, what do we want? Same formula. If you want, you can just, so many fractions are there. First, calculate acceleration. Directly, we can substitute them. Or v minus u. That also can be done. Yeah, by the way, since the velocity, it is clear that body is moving. What is v? V is finally not given. Read the question once again. The velocity time graph ball of mass 200 gram moving along a straight line on a long table is given. So this is a ball which is moving. How much force does the table exert on the ball to bring it to rest? That means v is 0. Let's find a and then substitute here. V minus u by t. So what is v? 0. What is u? 1 by 5 divided by time is given here. Yes, time is 10 seconds. So minus 1 by 5 into 1 by 10. So acceleration is minus 1 by 50 meters per second square. Keep this as it is. What we have to calculate? Force. Force is equal to mass into acceleration. What is mass? Mass is 1 by 50 into acceleration is also 1 by 50 minus, because of course whenever velocity body is brought to rest, it is something body's force is acting on the opposite direction, that is why it is minus. So 1 upon 2500, you can keep it as it is, or if you want you can convert it and divide it and get the answer, or the answer can be kept as it is. Now here children, yeah, it's the same thing. Answer is in terms of 0.0004 Newton. It's correct what they have given. You can find out. See, so many zeros are there. So how many zero I have to take based on that? 25 4 is 100, right? That we can do the cancellation. Do that, you will get the answer same thing, or you can keep it as it is. That's up to you. But main thing is here in the textbook there is no conversion shown for centimeter per second. Always remember, we have never used anywhere centimeter per second. It's always meters per second is the right entity to be used. So here we complete the numericals based on force. Now worked examples. The next worked examples are again conservation of momentum, which we'll be doing it in the next session.